This is tutorial 1-1 in the GIS tutorial 2 workbook. And the first step is to open up ArcMap. Now you want to browse to more, and as you can see, this is not the tutorial, so what you're going to do is you're going to click on My Computer, going to the C drive, and the information we're interested is in Esri Press. Now in the GIS tutorial 2 workbook, the folder is called GIS T2. Mine is just a different name. And the tutorials are in the Maps folder. And we're just going to open up tutorial 1-1. Now what this map focuses on is creating a legend that is understandable to anyone that looks at it. And the main focus is the zoning districts. So we're going to open up the attribute table by right clicking on zoning districts and coming down to open up attributes. Now we're focusing on the codes, and these tell us what these colors are. So, but as you can see, they're not very explanatory. They're just numbers and letters. So to change that, we're going to go to the properties table for zoning districts. That can be done one of two ways. It can be done by right clicking on zoning districts and you can go down to properties, or you can just give it a quick double click with the left button on your mouse or finger pad. You want to go to the Symbology tab, which has already been selected. And the way that you change a name is by clicking here under labels. And for the first one, they want you to type in single family custom dwelling. Then click OK to close the dialog box. And as you can see, it changed over here. Now the next step is a your turn, where it wants you to go through and change all of the other names for each code. So I went ahead and already did that, but there's one thing that I want to show you before I add that, is we're going to go back into the properties, and the book wants you to know that you can change these. It wants the R1 to be the first, and in the book you're going to end up changing that to be single family attached dwellings. And the way you get this to be the first color is you just come over here, you highlight it, and then you just bring it up to the top, and you click on this to bring it down if you needed to do that. So we're just going to click OK, and as you can see, it's changed over here. Okay. Once you change all of these to what they're supposed to be, you're going to want to right click on zoning districts, and you come down here to save file, save as layer file, and click. They want you to call it detailed zoning, and you just type that in and then click the save button. Now the reason you're doing this is so if you ever need to use the shapefile again, you don't have to go through and have to change those titles again, because that can be time consuming. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the shapefile that I created previously. Remove the first one so no one gets confused by it being there. And as you can see, I went through and I added everything. Once again, just be careful with your spelling, because there's no spell check. Now that we have the things labeled as we want them, we're going to insert a legend. It's easy, just go up to insert and down to legend. Now in the legend that the book wants, they do not want the lot boundaries, which are these lines over here of how the land is cut up. So what you do is you highlight the one that you want to get rid of, and you just right click, e-click right here. Now there's some other things you can do in here. Say if this was a multiple item legend, you can put what order things go in, just like you were in the properties tab in Symbology. It's just by clicking on these. So we're just going to get rid of those. And it wants it split up into 2 columns, which is done down here. You just click, bring that up to 2. You can bring it up to 3, 4, 5. But 2 is suitable for this exercise. Then you just click on next, and here is where you can change they actually want you to give this legend a title, which is City of Olander. And they want you to change the background color. And if they give you the color name, you just leave your mouse over the color and the name will appear. In most assignments, you choose the colors that you find appropriate. So feel free to experiment and see what looks nice. In the next one, it does the background. Border is what surrounds the legend. Right here we can have a line that appears. We're not going to pick any, so there will be no line surrounding ours, but we are going to pick a background because that's what the tutorial asks for, and they suggest gray 10. Then we're going to hit next again. These 2 right here are of no importance for you guys right now, so we're just going to click finish. And as you can see, the legend is a little big and it covers up pretty much the data that we're trying to see. So what we're going to do to fix that is we're going to right click on here and we're going to go to properties. And there are 4 things you can do in properties. You can change the legend, the title of the legend, you can change the color of it. Then you can go to items, you can add things and take things off the legend if you need to. You can also change the border, the background, and the drop shadow if need be. But what the tutorial wants you to work on is the size and position. So for the X, it wants you to put in 0.5. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And what that's going to do is it's going to place the drop box up here at 0.5. This is the X, this is the Y. And in the Y it wants 8. Don't worry about putting inches in, it does it automatically. So what it's going to do is you choose what anchor point that you want. In this one, it wants that bottom left. And what it's going to do is it's going to put that anchor at 0.5 and 8. So it'll appear right around here. But we're also going to change the size so it fits there better. And we're going to make it 4.5 inches wide. And we're going to keep this one just how it appears. There's no way that you can change it to how the book wants it exactly. This is close enough. So it's going to make it 2.3 blah 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 inches high. So then we're just going to click apply. And for some reason it jumped back. So we're going to change that to 4.5 again. Click apply. And there we go. If there's ever an error like that, you just go in and redo it. And as you can see, it came down at 0.5 and 8. And that's it for tutorial 1-1. So to save this, what you want to do is you want to go up to File, Save As. You do not want to override it in case you ever have to do tutorial 1-1 or you need the information provided by it. So what you want to do is you want to go to up one level. You should save all your saves in this folder, my exercises, and we're going to just call this exercise 1-1. Click save, and you're done. You can start a assignment 1-1 now.